Hi, Dan Halsey here. Just doing a quick video about making or get starting on your base map using the USDA Soil Web Survey or Web Soil Survey. There's some hidden things on here that are really jewels, and you can actually get a pretty nice large-sized high-resolution image to start your base map for your land. So here I am on a site. This is on Minnehaha Creek, Hennepin County in Minnesota. And I have just selected the property here. If I go right to this, so at this point you can't really print anything. There's nothing to print and there's no information. So, and that's the window we have. So I'm going to use the area of interest tool and select the area that I want to know for soils using the Polygon Tool. Oops, I passed there. Here, there, all along here, and then you can kind of tell the property line, but we'll kind of get more soil than we need because we want to find out what's around the rest of the area. And I think it's something like that. Would be good. Double click, and now it's going to select that. Oop, cannot get it. Must be a polygon. Let's try this again. Getting the soils around this property. Double click. Here we go. Creating AOI. Area of interest. This is our map now. And then we can go to the soil map. That's the second tab up here. Or the soil map. And as you can see, that's giving us our soil types and what they are on here. Urban land, Malardy complex, Udothrents, wet suburbs. So that's the wet soils, basically up in here. So soils along the creek in that area. So this is our soil map. Now this is actually a pretty nice map, and the printable button is up here on the right. But first of all, let's go to the legend, and there's actually a lot of hidden information like any good GIS site. But this little tab here just kind of sitting there, you don't really know what's on it, but there's a lot of things on this that you can turn on and turn off. One of them is topography. So we click on topography, and basically it goes over the top of this with old topographic maps, and only if you're way out on this and doing a very large area is it very useful. So we won't use that. We're not really looking for roads or transportation, so we're going to shut those off. See this line where the creek is, the blue line? It actually is not very accurate. So we shut that off because that's not helpful at all. We have our soil map on here, which is nice. And that's good. So, but we really don't need that right now. So we're going to turn off the soils. That gives us a straight map. And then we have our area of interest on here. So that is, if it was a straight property line, it'd be useful. We'll just have it on there because for the soil map, we need that too. I'm going to turn off the location marker on here. And the area of interest can disappear. We can leave it on, use it later. Now if you had a very accurate property line on here, then you could use that, leave it on there, and that would help you later. Mine isn't accurate because we're just looking for some soil information. But the point being is that now when you go to the printable version on this, you can get a 34 by 22 map. And just right now we're going to have that AOI will fit to the page, which is fine. Click on view, and it'll make for you a PDF, which you'll have to download. So this one is actually still in the browser, but it tells you the soils that are on here. And there's not much in the legend here at this point because we shut everything off. But this is actually a 22 by 34 map. Fairly good resolution, not incredible, but enough to get by for the most part. We're doing the base map. And so we could download that now into Acrobat or just save the file. But let's go back because if it was a different size, if you had, like, this is actually a very large suburban lot, but you could actually go to scale here, and you could change the scale from 286. Well, that's about as low as you can get, which is fine at this scale. But you can change the scale sometimes and get a lower scale, which means fewer feet per inch, and so you actually will use more pages. So if you go over here to Printable Pages, you actually get 2 sheets. So on a large piece of property, you can change the scale here to the point where it actually needs to use 2 pieces of paper side by side, which it will do, and it will make you a PDF like that. In this case, we already have this map already made, and we would download that into our Adobe Acrobat and save that. But something to look at here too. Let's see, I'm going to download it very quick. It's going to ask me, you want it in Acrobat? I'll say yes. I can send this page to Kinko's, to FedEx, Kinko's, FedEx, and then I can send it to Office Depot or a place like that, and have this printed. And it will print, if it prints at 100%, I actually have a scale down here that would be very helpful to have. I think I can zoom in on that. Here we go. So our scale right now is 1 to 212, or 211, excuse me. And this is very nice to have on our map. But if you want to
it's 21 hours.
Change that scale to something else, you can do some calculations on that. But as far as your base map goes, at that scale, it's fine. Now that is 1 to 211, so if it's 1 foot to 211 feet, or if you're 1 inch to 211 inches, you know, that's how I believe this is going, because I can't believe 1 inch on here. It might be 2 feet. So the other nice thing that you can do with Acrobat is they have some measuring tools. The tools over here, lower right corner, you can go to measure. But once you get the measuring tool right here, you click on that and you get these linear, here's measuring distance, perimeter, and area on here. So if you want to measure a distance, click on that and control click, and you want to change the ratio of the precision. So 1 inch is 720 inches. And we say OK. So then if we click here and click there, we're done. Go off to the side. That actually now is saying the length of this driveway. If we want to do an area and we have the right scale, we've already got that set. Let's do a little more accurate on this. Say we want to find, generally speaking, what the surface area is, and this is not including the angles, but basically the footprint area of this roof for collecting, for calculating water. We can use the area tool. We have our scale already set. We can do a polygon around this, and if you watch the corner, lower right corner, it's actually giving us the whole time the building the area for us on here. And generally speaking, now we can calculate roughly the area within this space here. Oh, let me get that back up on the screen. Oops, excuse me. Let's get that back up here. See if I can do that. There we go. So the area of this, and let's see, this is in square inches. So if I had done it in feet, that would have made a lot more sense. So if I go up here and change the scale ratio, I should change this to, oh, I can't do that in feet, inches, but you'd have to, you know, divide that by 12, actually 12 by 12, and that'll give you the square footage here. So that's 720 square inches, gives you square inches there, but it wouldn't let me do that in feet, so that's kind of strange. Okay. But anyway, that's giving you the area on here for the space. Now, most of the time we're working in feet, and the ratio is how many inches per, or how many feet per inches, that kind of thing. But right now you can use these tools and get the measurements for distances on here. You can also get the measurements for area of the yard, acreage, all those kinds of things by using this in Acrobat. But the point being, of course, is now if you go to print, you can print this also, have this on a piece of paper, but the better thing to do is spend $4.50 and have it done by Kinko's, or for a black and white output. You know, at Office Depot, they actually have this available in black and white, and it's about $4.50 to get that done. Have this printed out, and then with the vellum or tracing paper, you can go right over this and start making your base map. Hope that's helpful. going to figure out our area measurements here. This is Dan Halsey with United Designers and Co-op and Design Teams for Permaculture and Ecological Design. Take care.